Welcome to Vacation Station, hosted by Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazines.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Big Blend Radio's Vacation Station show with Nancy Reed and Lisa Smith. We're the crazy mother-daughter travel team and publishers of two digital interactive magazines. One is Big Blend Radio and TV Magazine, that's our variety publication. And we also have Parks and Travel Magazine, of course, covers parks and travel, but also our Love Your Parks tour, where we're traveling full-time across America to document parks and share the stories of the parks and their communities. And everything you can find it, just go to bigblendmagazines.com. But one of our favorite destinations on our Love Your Parks tour, and one of the first ones, right, Nancy, way back when, is Tulare County. And Tulare County is in Central California, and it is home to Sequoia National Park, Kings Canyon National Park, Sequoia National Forest, the giant Sequoia National Monument, and all kinds of super cool communities. A lot of them are agricultural communities. There's art communities. There's so much history. Basically, you just need to go.
Yeah.
You just need to go.
They have everything.
Yeah.
They really do.
Breweries, amazing food.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, amazing food. It is really one of our favorite destinations. We're very excited. We'll be back there again this spring of 2020. I know, right? So check out their website. It's discoverthesequoias.com. And also keep up with our travels with the tour. Just go to nationalparktraveling.com. Today we have 4 special guests joining us from the Sequoia Tourism Council to give us an insight of what's going on when you think about January, February, March, April, winter into spring, what's going on, what events are happening in the area, what's it like in the park, which I know they've been getting snow. I know we've got Sintia Kawasaki-Yee joining us a little bit. She's from the Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks. And I encourage you to go to their website, which is mps.gov/SEKI. We have Sandy Blankenship. She's the executive director of the Exeter Chamber of Commerce. And Exeter is an amazing agricultural community, but also known for its murals, its public art, great restaurants, and orange groves that, in April, I think they may be blossoming then. But another big highlight is Walter, the town cat that you can meet at the chamber office, right? So Sandy, how are you?
I'm great. How are you ladies?
Doing good. Doing really good. Good to have you back on here. How is Mr. Walter the cat?
Oh, he's fat and sassy.
Oh, cool.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, I know you've got a new sculpture. You've done a lot of murals, and you're known as one of the prettiest towns in America, prettiest places. And it's, from all the murals that you have. But now you're starting to put in sculptures, and one of them is a puma or a mountain lion, cougar.
Yes.
And so has Walter hung out with the other big cat?
No, we don't let him venture off quite that far away from home. We don't want him to get used to that. But no, he has not seen the mountain lion. He has a couple of friends, a couple of feral cats that have been hanging around the office, so he's friends with them. And so he stays pretty close to home. But yeah, we have 2 lovely sculptures, bronze sculptures in the center of town. We have the mountain lion, and then we also have a bear standing upright. And it's really all those animals are in our backyard. I mean, and some people have had them even closer than that, some of the communities, the mountain lion anyway. So I know that we have them. Thankfully, we don't see them very often, and so that's a good thing. We want to keep them up in the mountains and in their habitat where they're safe and can live peacefully.
I love that. I love that you did that, because you're getting people to be connected with the wildlife, and it's something, when you think about mountain lions and even bear, people get scared about them, but you can experience them in the national parks and the national forest areas. We've had wonderful times with bears. In fact, we just interviewed a gentleman, Derek Dellinger, who's done America's Best Hikes across America, the best day hikes, and we had a whole conversation about your bears and how beautiful they are. So I'm really glad you incorporated the wildlife into the scenery and the whole beautification of Exeter, which is a beautiful, beautiful place. I do believe, I know Sintia was calling in a little late, but she got in here. She got in here because, you know, those park meetings happen. Did you have a picnic in the park, Sintia?
Oh, a picnic sounds so much better than what I was meeting about.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome back to the show, everyone. Sintia from Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park. You know, I just had to bring you right in because we were talking about bears and mountain lions. And are your bears going, you know, to sleep right now since I know that you've had some snow?
We are actually getting a lot of bear activity in the lower elevation, so in the foothills area of our national park of Sequoia. A lot of active bears. We've had some bears raiding some acorn stashes from woodpeckers, and yeah, they're very active in the campgrounds right now.
Wow.
They're trying to gear up for winter conditions.
Oh, and winter's coming. As we're chatting, you know, it's interesting because January, February, you're going to have that snowpack, and then next thing you know, we're going to have, you know, it's going to be whitewater rafting season pretty much up there.
That's right. A lot of snow means a lot of cold, fast water in the spring.
Wow, and
But we get to enjoy the white snow in the winter. It's really pretty to look at.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Well, glad to have you back here. I want to bring Donnette Silva Carter on. She is the CEO of Tulare Chamber of Commerce. And Tulare, we're talking about agricultural communities. Like Tulare knows all about good milk and cheese and milkshakes and shopping and good stuff. So welcome back, Donnette. How are you?
I am doing great, ladies, and it's wonderful to be back on the show and to talk about all good things Sequoias. And specifically, of course, I'm going to talk about Tulare, too, and everything we have coming up.
I heard that you've got a bunch of tractors roaring to get in.
Oh.
You know, we do every year, and they come 2 times a year. First, it's, you know, World Ag Expo, which is the second week of February. Every year, we welcome 110,000 people to our community, and it is the largest farm equipment show in the world, literally. And over that 3 days, we are very busy out at the International Agri Center, which is the host and also presenter of the event. And we have people from, I want to say probably 40 different countries. And our Chamber of Commerce, in partnership with our Tulare Rotary, we actually coordinate and run the International Business Center there. So it's great to welcome all of our international guests that we have. And we have guests from all over the United States, and literally all over the world. Our Sequoia Tourism Council is definitely a partner as far as operating a visitor information booth in the Ag Ventures Learning Center. And we have a great time meeting people who come from all over the place and sharing information on the other things that are happening in our Sequoia region, you know, all of the different amenities of our region, special events and activities that are happening. So people, you know, they're coming there for the show. They usually have some time, we hope, to get around to our different communities, and then they come back into our area. So it's just a great opportunity to share. But yeah, World Ag Expo is huge. And then in the spring, in April, we have something called the Antique Farm Equipment Show.
Cool.
And so those are the old tractors that roll into town. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, all types of old antiques that are farm related. And every day there is a parade of the antique farm tractors, which is fun to watch, plus a lot of other entertainment and food and booths and things to do. There's always something to do in Tulare. There's always something to do, you know, in our communities. And just recently I took my granddaughter to the International Agri Center because they have that Ag Ventures Learning Center, and they have an antique farm equipment museum on site. And you can go in and just do self-guided tours, and it's a lot of fun. And each one has a learning station, so it's great for kids. And I have to say, it's great for adults too, because you always learn something as well.
We had a good time when we were there, and we need to go back. I want to go to the antique farm equipment show. I think that's.
Well, I want to drive a tractor. Can you arrange that?
You know, we could probably make that opportunity available.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, okay,
no.
I'm in.
So scared.
I'll drive it.
Listen,
it's fun.
We have the whole country to explore and cover all these parks, and she gets on a tractor. I'm gonna have to up her insurance there. I'm just saying. And everybody
Tractors
around
are a lot
her.
of fun.
everybody around her has to up their insurance. I'm just saying. But I also want to bring Suzanne Bianco on. Suzanne is a part of Visit, to say Visalia CVB, but it's really Visit Visalia. And Visalia is also like kind of one of the bigger cities of the region. But I don't think, I just can't call any of Tulare County a city. It just doesn't, everything just feels so comfortable. You feel
Friendly.
like it's just a friendly, downtowns. They're beautiful. And there's cosmopolitan stuff in there, but it's just, I don't know. It's like real California and down home, good, friendly people, and very beautiful. So
Cool.
am I allowed to say that, Suzanne? I mean, I know you're
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you probably hit the nail on the head. We think we're a friendly and charming downtown area and nice city, but also have some of those big city amenities. Yeah, I think you described us perfectly.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing good. We're
Good.
just like totally jazzed that we're going to be back in April, like to get out into, I mean, when you go to the Sequoias, then it gets you see the giant trees, you kind of do the jaw drop, not kind of, you do. And then you go to the communities and everybody's so friendly and the food is so good. And so is the wine and the beer and all the art and everything. Like, then you're like, well, we got to go back again, which we've done. And now we have to go back again. And because it's like the dirt gets under your fingernails and it never leaves. Maybe it's the bark from the trees. I don't know. But you have a magical area, and we're both really excited, as is Priscilla, our sock monkey travel mascot. She can't wait. Some of her best Instagram photo shoots come from there. In your area. But Suzanne, Visalia, one of the most iconic, things to me was the Fox Theater when we visited there, and Terry Almond took us around, and there's the architecture of it, the inside, the whole theater of itself. But this was the Visalia Fox Theater. Wasn't that something that really brought people to the region, because this is where the big shows were and still are to this day? You get headliners that are amazing there.
Yeah, absolutely. The Fox Theater is celebrating its 90th anniversary this February, so they're really excited. They have a really fun event coming up with it's called Postmodern Jukebox is the name of the group, but it's sort of vintage sound with a modern flair. So they're really going to pull out all the stops and light up the theater, which is right smack dab in our downtown. It's really sort of the icon of our downtown with its tower. It's a beautiful theater that's been restored on the inside with twinkling stars in the ceiling and giant elephant, and has a really unique design on the inside. A genie is over the proscenium of the stage, so it's a beautiful theater, and we're just really excited to be celebrating their 90th anniversary.
Wow.
Cool.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
That's
It's so beautiful. I know. Everyone needs to go in there, and then you've got all that food around you.
Well, we do. And what I was going to mention is that we also have a new self-guided walking tour that we just put together. We have a great brochure. It's available online, and it talks about a lot of the history of Visalia then and now. So you sort of walk around our downtown and you learn a little bit more about the start of the city, including the Fox Theater. So it's a great little walking tour. If the people are in the area, stop on by our office. We have a map and guide that we can hand out. There's also available on our website, but it's a great way in all of our communities, I'm sure, to walk around the downtowns and really understand how these towns came to be and some of the historic buildings and beautiful architecture. So,
oh, wow.
Awesome. I love those tours.
So Nancy, I know we're having this conversation today, and it's really to inform our audience about what's going on in the Sequoias and Tulare County. But the other side of us is we're writing our new list of to-dos. Because every time you leave an area, you never got to I want to do this, I want to do that. So that's part of that, and so the walking tour has to go on there. And speaking of walking, I want to go back to Sintia over in Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park. So January, February, March, and you could even get snow into April, right, Cynthia? So we should talk a little bit about snow play.
Yeah, we have a couple snow play areas in the parks, Kings Canyon and Grant Grove. We have the Big Stump picnic area where people can do snow play. There's also some areas in the Forest Service that allow for snow play. We have the Wolverton snow play area on the Sequoia side. So definitely great snow opportunities. We also offer ranger-led snowshoe walks. If you haven't snowshoed before, this is a great first experience to just go on a stroll through the Giants with a Park Service ranger and just learn about the park. So really great winter opportunities here.
I just think that Lisa and I would look so funny doing that.
That's because
you would love it.
We were clowns once.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of think.
Once.
So
yeah,
no, we were.
We were.
It was just a nonprofit thing to help a dog sanctuary out in San Diego, Helen Woodward Animal Rescue and Dog Sanctuary, and they did amazing work, and we were kind of volunteering as clowns and doing things, and so those shoes, we got to know about the big clown shoes, and I thought that it may be similar, wearing snowshoes.
I think your qualifications have really exceeded what we require of people. So definitely want to come. I want to see you come up and do the snowshoe experience and get it on video.
Oh, good.
Uh-oh.
I know, it's the clown experience comes in, but so when do you expect, because I know even in some of the lower elevations we've traveled to in California and other areas, suddenly like the snow happens, and April is that weird month. Do you think snow is possible in April?
I think with the amount of snow we've gotten, I think it's definitely possible in April. In 2019, we actually got a snowstorm in May. Anything is possible in these parts of the world. We definitely recommend people come. We also have a couple of fee-free days in 2020. January, we have one on January 20th for MLK Day. We will have a day of service. So if anyone is interested in coming to do a volunteer project in the national parks, this is a great day to come and give back to your national parks. That's January 20th. And then we also have another fee-free day on April 18th, which happens to be the first day of National Park Week, our Junior Ranger Day. We have an event that takes place every year in front of the Foothills Visitor Center in Sequoia. Great fee-free days. We always like to highlight these days for people who might not want to or be able to afford the entrance cost into a national park. There's multiple days throughout the year when you can come for free and really just enjoy your national park.
And that's part of being a public land, right? Is that it's for the public and affordable. And national parks are affordable, as are our national forests. But if you get the park pass, you can go in a boat for a year.
You really save money.
Yeah.
Yep. If you are hoping to check off national parks, definitely plan ahead and get that annual pass, because that's where you get the most cost savings. And there's also a lot of parks in the National Park Service system that are just free year round. And so doing some research, out of the 400 plus national park sites, I think there's a little bit of everything, a little bit of something for everyone with cost, accessibility. But I definitely recommend Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks personally.
I love it there. Nancy,
I know there's stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, you've got the giant trees, and we always talk about this on the show when someone, has never been there, never seen a giant sequoia tree, that they just slam on brakes, even if they're going 15 miles an hour. It's like, whoa, what happened? It's like a cathedral of trees. It really is.
Amazing. It's dinosaur.
Yeah. It's like Jurassic Park. It's cool.
Yeah.
And what I love the whole going from winter into spring, and then that, because as the meadows start to melt and then you get into summer, and then I want to go to Crescent Meadow again.
Just it gets so bright green, then you get some wildflowers and
dragonflies.
It's just a great time of year. I think you start seeing the wildlife come back, come out from their winter hibernations, and it's just a really great time of year. And if you come in the early spring, you're also getting in before the big summer crowds. And so it's a great time of year to come experience the park when it's still not so busy.
Oh, and that's a big deal, because I know summer seems to be, in this country, it's like, yay, everybody, summer, let's go. And at the same time, there's some, I think the Sequoias, Tulare County is year round 100%. I mean, you go up and see a little snow, snowshoe, or make a snow angel, do what you want to do. But wildlife does exist in the snow time, and it's beautiful. It's a whole different experience. I mean, I encourage people to go to national parks in snow time. Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, Sequoias, Yosemite, all of that is do it in those off season and get a completely different experience, because you can get in. There's a way to do it. You may have to put chains on your car, but people will help you. So do it, So I just really, I think that's a great part of it. And definitely in Tulare County, it's the different communities having this amazing landscape of shopping, small towns, support small businesses. I want to go that, Sandy, that's what Exeter, right? Small business. When you go in, you've got that mercantile and people shopping now for the holidays and throughout the year. You've got something completely unique that another town doesn't have.
That's right. Yeah, the mercantile is quite the unique throwback. It has hardware on one side and fine china and gifts on the other side. It's magical. It has great things. It has just about anything you would want or need. And we are so glad that it's been in existence for over 100 years.
Wow.
So we're really proud of that business. I mean, it's difficult at best to stay in business these days, and they've been doing it for 100 years. So that's quite a milestone.
That is. And isn't the chamber also around that time frame, like as a milestone?
Yes. The building we are in is over 100 years old. It was built in 1912. However, the chamber in 21 will be celebrating 100 years of incorporation with the state of California, and as the Exeter Chamber of Commerce. We weren't really official prior to that time, but we were in operation as the Board of Trade, and then the Chamber of Commerce, and then we did everything official and became an entity in 1921. So we're excited to be celebrating that in 2021.
Oh my gosh, I know. That's like, well, we're going to come see you and get ahead of it, because in 2020. Nancy, you were saying something?
Oh, I just wanted to say that the mercantile just reminds me of when my grandmother used to take me shopping, and the stores were not like box stores of today, but there was things everywhere, and everything was so interesting to look at. And it reminds me of that somehow. Like she would take me, she called it to the 5 and 10 store, or the dime store. Is what she
5 and dime,
yeah. And you go in and you were just, as a kid, you're just like, whoa, look at all this stuff. And it's a different ambiance than, say, a box store. I know we need them both, but it just to me, when I go in there, I'm like, oh man, I just want to look.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah,
one store that really hit home to me was in Visalia. Was it the Link store? There's a ghost story in there. Are they still there? The Link store?
Links? No, the boys they're older men now. We're the sons of the man who originally started the store, but they finally closed down and retired from their business. But they were that was a great store.
Makes sense.
Men's suits and clothing and excellent customer service, which I don't know that we experience that much anymore. The high level of customer service that those gentlemen had.
And they had like amazing upstairs. We went upstairs to see the architecture of the building. That's what's cool. Visalia's architecture is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insanely cool, right?
Absolutely. And they, a few of the buildings are being renovated on their second floors for, I'm going to call it urban housing, as urban as Visalia can be, but in the downtown area, so that people that would like that experience of living in the downtown, being able to walk to restaurants and shops and to their job, can have that experience too. So it's a nice way to see old buildings being repurposed and brought back to life. We have a beautiful Art Deco building that was at one time an annex to the county courthouse that is being renovated into a boutique hotel that's just gorgeous. It's so pretty to watch the renovation of it, and they're highlighting all of the original architectural pieces to it. And it's going to be a beautiful, a small boutique hotel with a upstairs on the rooftop a bar that will overlook the Sierra Nevada mountains. So, yeah, people are just chomping at the bit to have that hotel open, which will be opening up in the first half of the 2020.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's
Cool.
exciting. That's exciting. And, you've got so many
so
galleries.
maybe when you guys
downtown.
are here, when you guys are here, maybe we'll take you upstairs and have a drink and look up at the mountains. It'd be beautiful.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Don't ask you twice.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
sold.
no, Visalia is beautiful. And it's just that balance of contemporary and culturally historic, And I think that's what's so amazing about all of Tulare County. But each one of your communities has their own, identity. Like Porterville, you've got murals too, and then Iris Festival. Hey, Donnette, are we going to make it for the Iris Festival? Do you think?
Yes, you are. You will be here for a few different major events here in our region. So we're excited to have you at the Iris Festival in Porterville. I know you guys have been wanting to be present at that event for a long time. So this is going to be the year.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, cool.
That's exciting. Because, it has its own flower. The city has its own flower. And I remember even interviewing the Sutton Iris Farm people way back when. And I know they moved out, but you guys have, Porterville has kept it going. And Porterville's, again, another one of those amazing downtowns. And, when you think about Three Rivers being the art community and the town, Three Rivers, you literally are following the river. It's not like a downtown. So this is why I say everybody's different. And Tulare, here we go. Tulare has the outlet. I have to bring up shopping. I can feel Donnette going, you've got to talk to me. I'm the shopping queen.
I know. And as we're taping this, of course, we are in the middle of that shopping season, and there are a lot of new things happening at our Tulare outlets, and it's a lot of fun. They have new ownership there, so they are bringing additional amenities and celebrations, events and activities all of the time. So we're pretty excited about the new offerings. And you know me, any day I'm excited about any kind of shopping that I have that opportunity to do. And we also have some new boutiques in our downtown area. We have our downtown revitalization happening. So some new facade improvements, new things coming to town. And our airplane is here, the Airplane Restaurant, which is now the Flying Taco. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We have to take you guys there to check out that. And also, I know you guys like going to Hazel's Kitchen as well.
Oh, yes, they have good cookies.
So, yes, lots of places to come and see and visit for you guys when you come, and for everybody else who's listening to this. There are so many things to do in all of our communities within the Sequoia region and Tulare County, California, and we enjoy having visitors come. We love it when people stop in. We have a full-size painted cow in our office, and so you can come and meet Jenny and have your photograph taken with her, and we'll be happy to point you in the direction of things to do in Tulare as well as throughout the region. All of us work very hard together. Yes.
Your painted cow, she is up on if anyone goes to nationalparktraveling.com, that's our tour website and park traveling resource website, just go in the search box and type in public art. And so as we travel the country, we're documenting public art. Visalia is on there, Porterville is on there, Three Rivers is on there, Exeter, of course, is on there. Tulare is on there with the cow. So I just, because she's painted, and I wanted, so what is her name?
Her name is Jenny.
I knew it. I was like, oh.
Yes. And so, we love having Jenny around, and people can see her through the glass window. They pop in all the time to have their photograph taken with her. And, we also have a painted water tower that looks like a big glass of milk and even has a straw. So that's one of our murals that was done. And that's one of the nice things about this region is so many of the communities have murals. So you can pretty much go anywhere here, and you're going to see some beautiful art on display, from murals to statues, to going to our museums, to going to the art galleries that we have in our communities. So just so many different types of things. I think that's what I really like about living here is all of the different kinds of amenities and things to do. I truly never find myself without something to do.
Yeah, no, you guys have a lot. You have a lot. Yeah, Cindy, I want to go back to the parks. When do you think the wildflowers come out for people? It starts in the foothills, right, obviously, but when should people think about wildflowers, even if snow may just say, hey, I'm coming to say hello?
You know, I think May is a good time to start coming up, but sometimes, I mean, depending on the snow and when it starts melting, sometimes middle of summer. I mean, I went to Mineral King sometime in, I think it was July or September, and the wildflowers were still blooming because it took so long for the snow to melt during the summer. So I think you can choose, depending on when you're coming, spring to fall, you know, spring to middle of summer, you can really just go to a different part of the park and experience wildflowers.
It depends on the elevation, right? And
Correct.
what about Crystal Cave? Because that is like the magic land in there, and I want to go back, but I think we may be coming a little too early for that. When does that open typically? Is it May?
It's typically Memorial Day to Labor Day. Definitely a must-see destination when you're coming to the parks. I think people come and they're really thinking about giant sequoias, but we've got great caves in these parks, and the one to go explore is Crystal Cave. It's open to the public. You need to purchase a ticket to enjoy it, but definitely one of those hidden treasures of Sequoia and Kings Canyon.
That's awesome. And Sandy, in Exeter, you've got Kauai Oaks Preserve right there too, which we want to go and see again. That's a beautiful place to go and bird watch and, you know, just take a nice nature walk and see some wildflowers. But the orange groves, like that's April. I mean, do you think we're going to hit it where we get intoxicated by that scent?
It's very possible. I know it just depends on the weather and how quickly they bloom, but quite often they're right in that time frame. So yes, you will smell them. It's gorgeous. The whole area smells like orange blossoms.
Nancy,
the whole county.
Mimosas in the orchard.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you have to have fresh squeezed orange juice when you do that, of course. You can't go with the concentrate stuff. You know, you got to have you have to have the real deal for
the
those
real
mimosas.
deal.
Yeah.
Can I say something about the iris?
Yeah.
I just want to say that a lot of people may not know this, but the iris, the fleur de lis emblem, you know that French emblem?
Yeah, that's
was
for Mardi Gras.
designed, was taken from the iris flower. And the iris flower in history is known to ride on the rainbow of the goddess of Iris. And so, I mean, it's a special, special flower. Check it out. Yeah, and she would ride on the rainbow with the flower, and she makes flowers bloom. And so they look, so she's like the goddess, the heart of Iris, and she looks at, they're in a bud and they look all kind of plain, and she's the one who makes them bloom. And I'm like, I love that part of the iris.
Wow.
Wow, I did not know that.
And at the end of the rainbow is a unicorn.
But she rides the rainbow to make flowers bloom. And the French emblem comes from the iris of the goddess of Iris who makes flowers bloom.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
Oh my gosh, I see another mural coming to Porterville's future.
Yeah.
You need a goddess mural. We like that. Listen, we've got the Sisters of the Sequoias on the show here, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
There you go.
You're representing the Sequoia country. But Suzanne, I know also here, you know, we talk about getting out in nature and everything, but athletics is a big deal. I know that you have like a strong baseball team, right, in Visalia, and then also
We do, Visalia Rawhide.
the Rawhides. Oh,
That's right.
Cool. So I hear that you have like marathons and senior games coming up too.
We do in September, what am I thinking? In March, we have the Visalia Senior Games. It's the last 2 weekends in March, and competitors from all over the area, not just California, but in a larger area. It's a sanctioned event, so they can come and qualify for whatever their event is to move on to even to a higher level competition. So it's a lot of fun. A lot of people come out. Pickleball is really popular. It's a super, super popular game. We have some great courts here, but all sorts of events.
Yeah.
But all sorts of events. I know.
I've never played pickleball.
It's a lot of fun.
Sorry.
Yeah, a lot of fun. No, that's okay. And for those that are a little more adventuresome, we also have the End of the Trail Half Marathon is in March. So Exeter has a great marathon as well. So I think a lot of people in the Valley are like to participate in any sort of challenge. And so this half marathon
spring is here. Let's get out there and, get the fresh air. I think that's that thing about spring. It's like you dig winter and you get snow up in the mountains and up in the parks and forests. And then it's like, get out there too, because that's the thing. We just need to have a good jacket and good gloves and good shoes to get out there. Don't shy away from winter. You can see the most magical sights. We've been in Sequoia and Kings Canyon in the winter, and it's so beautiful and peaceful.
It's
and
so awesome.
It's just magic. And then you can, have fun and be silly. But at the same time, when spring comes, you just want to go like, rah, I can run outside in the sunshine. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
something happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The end of the trail. And so there's this famous statue that we have not seen yet.
Oh, yeah.
So
yes,
it's on
the
the list.
End of the Trail statue. Yes, that's a famous artwork by an artist that created the piece for the Pan American Games up in San Francisco. It is 100 years old. Visalia. It was destined for the trash heap after the expo up in San Francisco, but a Tulare County resident decided to save it, and it was put into Mooney Grove Museum on display in Mooney Grove Park, not the museum, outside. But it was a plaster model, and so it was starting to deteriorate being in the outdoors. It's now that piece is in the Oklahoma at the Cowboy Hall of Fame museum there, and they gave us back a bronze casting of it. So it's a beautiful statue, very interesting and historic. So that's a great thing to go see down at the Mooney Grove Park.
So this is what we need to do, because when we come out to your area, our next thing is to follow the Pony Express Trail across the country and backwards, but they had to go back and forth, so it doesn't matter. But Oklahoma, so we'll have to go to that museum and kind of connect the statue.
The artist's name is James Earl Frazier. I didn't tell you his name, but anyway, So at the Hall of Fame in Oklahoma City is where the original sits, and we've got the bronze casting now here at Mooney Grove Park.
Very cool. Very cool. So Sandy, you've got the Rocky Hill Triathlon. That's been going for a while, hasn't it?
Yes, it's been going on for about 6 years or so. A group of athletes, triathletes, got together, and they wanted to do that here in town. And so that will be March 14th. It's always in March. For this next year, it'll be March 14th. And all the money raised outside of the cost of putting on the event all goes back into the community, mainly to the youth of our community, and they contribute. They bought new swings for the parks here in town. They have put up sunshades and built a toddler park, toddler playground for the younger set, and put a fence around it so that the children can't wander off so easily. And they've done a lot of things in the community outside of supporting numerous activities that the young people do. So it's a really great cause, and it is growing each year. It's really fun to watch. I mean, they swim, they bike, and they run. And it's quite exciting. It's a really great thing to come and watch and be a part of. I usually help volunteer for that, either guarding a road or helping them get on the road up on their bikes and tell them which direction they need to go so they don't go the wrong way, because most of them aren't from around here. So it's really fun. It's very exciting, and amateurs can join the race as well. It's not all just for the professional triathletes. So it's a great thing.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, ladies, the sisters of the Sequoia country, California
Yes.
Sequoia country, thank you for joining us. It's been such a pleasure. We can't wait to see you and see everybody, and we can't wait to share our adventures with our audience. And, you've got one of the most magical places in the world. There's no place like that, especially those sequoia trees and the communities. This is real America. And I encourage everyone to go there. Go to the website, discoverthesequoias.com. Suzanne, you were talking earlier that's a brand new website, and you guys are going to be out at different shows, travel shows in California.
We
for
are.
people, right?
Yes, absolutely. So if anyone is planning or it lives in the LA area or up in the Bay Area of California, we'll be attending the travel and adventure shows in both of those cities. In Los Angeles, we'll be there February 15th and 16th at the Los Angeles Convention Center, and March 21st and 22nd in the Bay Area up at the Santa Clara Convention Center. Stop by our booth, say hello, look for the giant sequoia tree, our backdrop, and we'd love to talk with you about travel to our area.
Awesome. Thank you. So Sintia, everybody, the website is nps.gov/SEKI. Did I get it right?
That's right. All of our information, that's all on there.
I think it's like kind of imprinted in my brain from years, your website. And it's good for everyone to go there right before they travel up for any road conditions, snow, all that good stuff. So always go to the website first and check that out. So thank you for joining us. I know we had to pull you out of a meeting. How rude of us. Thank you.
I love joining on these calls. It's really a great pleasure to reach out to all of your members and invite them to come enjoy their national park.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for what you do. Our parks are true American treasures. So we really appreciate the parks and the Park Service. And Sandy, thank you for joining us. And please, tell Walter, Priscilla, the little sock monkey's coming after him in April. So,
I will make sure to let him know. It's a pleasure always to speak with you.
You too. And everyone, again, exeterchamber.com is a website to go to and learn more about Exeter. Also over Donnette, Priscilla's ready to come ride the cow. She's going to come see Jenny.
I'm looking for the tractor.
We're going to make all of that happen when you guys get here.
I think we're going to have to make a video of Priscilla in the Sequoias country, like just one dedicated thing with her, because, her whole fashion journey started with you guys. and it started in Silver City, New Mexico, where they actually put a dress on her. And then once you guys got a hold of her, she became a diva. I don't know what happened. So
we love that little traveling diva, and we're going to look forward to having her here along with the two of you when you come in the springtime, and then sharing all of that information with everyone who is tuning in and looking and reading the magazines. And you do such a great job of sharing information about traveling all over the place. So we enjoy and appreciate what you do to help us to let people know what's available here in Sequoia region.
And there's a lot. So everyone, tularechamber.org. Thank you, Donnette. And thank you, Suzanne. Always a pleasure chatting with you. We can't wait to come back to Visalia and we'll do that walking tour. I can't wait. We got our 1 hour walk group. They're going to know all about this. Everybody visit Visalia.com. That's the right website, right? Because I know you also.
That is correct. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
It is beautiful as well. So go check it out and go see everybody. Thank you again, everyone. DiscoverTheSequoias.com. Don't forget Big Blend Radio airs Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Go to BigBlendRadio.com. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us, ladies. We're going to close with a song. It's called Travel Song. And I love it because Misha Shellhaus, he's an amazing guitarist based out of Joshua Tree now. But a lot of his music has some of the Bakersfield sound, not particularly this song, but it's just got that. This is a song I would listen to driving through your area and going up into the trees. It's just laid back, mellow, beautiful. So here it is. It's called Travel Song, guitarist Misha Shellhaus. Keep up with him at mishamusic.com. It's from his album Double Take. And that's what you do when you see those big trees. You do a double take. You're like,
yeah, you do.
You do like, dude, no way. All right. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.